Wuthering Waves. Congratulations.
What's good, everybody? So I have just finished watching the Game Awards. We were live, watched it with my chat. Big congrats, by the way, to the E33 fans out there. Sweeped up basically nearly every single award. Won Game of the Year, very rightfully so. A game that I still haven't finished yet. I know, kind of crazy, but I will do. But I think very rightfully won a bunch of awards. But we are here today to talk about something. I'm gonna be honest, I did and I didn't expect at the same time. My mind has been absolutely blown. Okay, so as we all know, we're here for Wuthering Waves. WuWa did drop a teaser for the Game Awards. I'm gonna be honest, it looked kind of cool, but I wasn't like immensely sold because we were seeing so many trailers of really cool games. It kind of seemed a bit lackluster in comparison. I think I was just kind of jaded of what I was seeing, but we do have the 3.0 live stream tomorrow. So by the time you watch this, it may have already happened or whatever, but I hope to see you there when that goes live. But yeah, the WuWa trailer, I don't know. I feel like it was cut off short compared to everything else I was looking at. I was a little bit jaded, but regardless, WuWa was nominated for 2 categories, Best Mobile Game and obviously Player's Voice. And I think when it comes to Best Mobile Game, I said the whole time that Uma Musume was probably going to win. The cultural hold Uma Musume had when it released like on global was insane. You had normies playing this game. You had like streamers making tournaments and the biggest streamers ever making tournaments and competitions about Uma Musume. The memes, the anime, people like really being engrossed in the Uma Musume like sphere planet. It was big and it was a force to be reckoned with. So when Wuthering Waves is obviously paired up against Uma Musume, it was always gonna be a very, very tough sell. Part of me thought maybe Sonic Rumble might take it, but at the end of the day, it was Uma Musume Pretty Derby that took Best Mobile Game for 2025. And honestly, I think it's deserved. I think it's deserved for Best Mobile Game just for the sheer like impact that it had for mobile gaming. And honestly, Uma Musume is like the quintessential mobile game, I feel like, compared to Wuthering Waves. Like everybody I know plays Uma like on mobile, right? If they play Uma, a lot of them play it on mobile where they're out and around, whatever. It's just such an easy mobile game and it fits the category, and I feel out of all the games it definitely deserves it the most. I'm not saying we would never deserve to have Best Mobile Game, but in terms of a mobile experience, Uma Musume delivered on a lot of different points, as well as the cultural impact it had on like our society for whatever it was. So honestly, I think the better mobile game won. In my opinion, y'all can rag on me for that. I do genuinely think the better mobile game won in this instance, but I think WuWa had like a really strong run. The amount that they're cramming in terms of like technology and graphical fidelity that they're cramming into like a mobile game, I do think is genuinely crazy. I'm gonna be honest, like the amount they're able to try and optimize, not always the best, admittedly, but the amount they're really trying to push for in terms of how good a game can look on mobile is actually like stunning when it's comes down to Wuthering Waves. It's gonna have hard competition when Arcade's Enfield comes out, because that game runs really well on mobile. That game, and it looks amazing too, so that's gonna be a bit of a hard one. But WuWa definitely has its flowers and has its stripes. I think 2026 is going to be very difficult category for Best Mobile Game. Laharoy, New Federation, Cyberpunk collab has got to be really good for them to be with a chance of winning next year. But no, I think the better mobile game won in this instance. Uma Musume. Congrats to all you Uma fans out there. That's what it is. Then we come to Player's Voice. I'm gonna be so honest, I thought WuWa had no shot. I came into this, Wuthering Waves has absolutely no shot of winning this at all. You're up against Claire Obscure. You're up against Dispatch. Genshin, I thought WuWa would have a pretty good chance of beating against Genshin. Simply out of like spite. I think a lot of people would probably not vote Genshin out of spite. You know what I mean? I think WuWa probably would gain like spite votes, but whatever. But it turns out of all the odds, Wuthering Waves takes home the player's voice option. I shit you not, I did not expect this to happen at all. I did not, when we see things like, where is it, like this person I covered a few days ago who made 50 alt accounts to try and vote. Maybe I was wrong, maybe they should have made more. They realized all the fake accounts that voted for Genshin Impact. It's like one of those like things when it comes to voting, when you think your game might win so you don't vote. Oh, everyone's gonna vote for Genshin in my community, so I'm not gonna vote, so they don't. But everyone in the WuWa community is like, oh, we really have to vote. I think that's the difference here. Because if you're a Clair Obscur Expedition 33 fan, you might not be like as inclined to really want to be compelled to vote versus like a WuWa player. Because like WuWa players have like would be more invested in this specifically and would feel like they're more incentivized to actually like vote in player's voice versus like a Clair Obscur fan or a Dispatch fan, right? It's like, oh, other people are probably gonna vote for this game, whatever, but WuWa has like intent. And I think that's why it kind of came in with a sneak attack, because player's voice, for those who don't know, is voted differently than every other category. Player's voice is entirely fan voted. No jury, nothing like that. It is entirely fan voted. And I think that plays a lot into it, right? That plays an absolute lot into it, and people just felt very motivated. There was more on the line, I think, for the WuWa community to be incentivized to vote than to sit back and do nothing, right? And not forgetting that this is a game that appeals not to just a Western audience, but also an Eastern one too. So you have a lot of like overseas people probably voting in for the Game Awards, more so than like Hollow Knight, more so for Dispatch, and dare I say maybe even more so for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Like, think how big some of these countries are, right? Think of like the millions of people elsewhere in the Eastern countries who could also have the ability to vote for these things, and maybe they don't care as much for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. But again, these people are way more incentivized to vote in something like this versus like a Clair Obscur fan. And honestly, this took me by such surprise, but I kind of love to see it. Personally, I think Clair Obscur, I would have said would be a good player's voice because people speak about it so much. But I think after like everything like the WuWa community has gone through to get into this position, right? When the game first came out, people kind of had to like fight for its right to live almost. People were shitting on this game left, right, and center. People were trying to drag it down, and it took a lot for people to be like, hey, here's where like this game is good. Here's why like this game is like worth your time and worth playing. For a long time, having to kind of fight through all the misinformation to kind of make itself known. And on the back of that has created a community that really, really, really cares about its game. You could argue sometimes to a negative extent, sometimes it goes too far sometimes, but overall the community has grown to be this like entity that is very, very passionate for its game, and that's always a good thing. And it's here. Wuthering Waves has kind of solidified itself as being one of the top gachas. There's no reason for people to have to try and attack things to defend it anymore. It's here. It's very clearly here to stay. And I think the player's voice kind of like award, the fan voted one, really kind of shows that. It really, really shows that, and it really displays that for basically everybody. Now they're gonna show them even more. Hey, listen, this probably will cause a war on Twitter. I wouldn't be surprised if Twitter is full of people being like, oh, gacha won, what a surprise. They just want to like get the rewards. They just want the asteroids. They just want the free pulls, whatever it is. They just want their free 10 pulls. I'm gonna be honest. I genuinely think that this, I said earlier, this means more for like a lot of the Wuthering Waves fans than like pulls. Like going up against like such big names and like Genshin itself really kind of feels like the community's way of saying like, fuck you, we deserve to stay here. No amount of WuWa slander is gonna get rid of us. This is the biggest like, fuck you, we're here to stay. And honestly, if people fucking gloat about it, I don't really care. Like, I think people would be entitled to like, fuck it, all you guys who keep like trying to like shit on us, whatever it is, fuck you, players voice, the fans decide. Our community clearly cares about our fucking game. Like, I think that's okay. I'm gonna be honest. Hey, revel in it. Yeah, it's Vindication. It's Vindication. It's absolutely vindication for the community. And hey, they should revel in that. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But don't be, this is my PSA, don't be a douchebag to people, okay? Don't be a douchebag to people and like whatever, harass or whatever with like a Hoyo community. I don't think we should do that. But this is very much validation and vindication for everything that Wuthering Waves has like gone through. And I think the player's voice is a good way to symbolize that and immortalize that, you know? Like, here, it's here. It's here to stay. So WuWa is absolutely deserved to win this, even though I think it wouldn't. I genuinely think it had no shot. I'm gonna insert, I recorded my reaction, I'm gonna insert my reaction to it probably at the end of this video without trying to get copyright claimed or whatever it is. But yeah, it was definitely a moment. It was definitely a moment. And guys, listen, I even said on my Twitter, okay, right, I posted it on my Twitter, making this my banner until Laharoy comes out. Cope, seethe. Cope and seethe. Wuthering Waves, baby. Let's fucking go. I'm really excited for Laharoy. I can't wait for the 3.0 like live stream. I think it's gonna be really good. I won't be live on YouTube, but I'm gonna be live on Twitch, and I'll be uploading my VOD later on after it comes out. So I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more stuff. And congratulations to the WuWa community. Y'all did it, okay? This award is for you guys. This is for the community. This is for the people that have been here since day one. It feels good. Honestly, as someone who's like been making content for Wuthering Waves since before the game came out, I feel pretty good about this. I do. I feel pretty good about this. And hey, fuck it. The biggest fuck you that we could ask for. So that's a mega W. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Twitch.tv/Captain Cabinetz, Captain Cabinetz.